Hello everyone. Today I'm going to present a very large group in Canada, Chinese Canadian. So I'll begin by introducing this group first. Chinese Canadian are Canadian of full or partial Chinese ancestry, which include Canadian-born Chinese. They comprise a subgroup of East Asian Canadians, which is a further subgroup of Asian Canadians. Demographic research tends to include immigrants from mainland China, Hong Kong and Macau, as well as overseas Chinese who have immigrated from Southeast Asia and South America into the broadly defined Chinese Canadian category. STAT can refer to Taiwanese Canadians as a separate group apart from Chinese Canadians. Canadians who identify themselves as being of Chinese ethnic origin make up about 5% of Canadian population, or about 1.77 million people, according to the 2016 census. The Chinese Canadian community is the largest ethnic group of Asian Canadian, consisting approximately 40% of the Asian Canadian population. Most Canadians of Chinese descent are concentrated within the province of Ontario and British Columbia. The first record of Chinese is what is known as Canada today can be dated back to 1788. The renegade British captain John Marius hired a group roughly 70 Chinese captains from Macau and employed them to build a ship. The Northwest American at Nootka Sound, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, devastated an increasingly important but disputed European outpost of the Pacific coast, which after Spanish seizures was abandoned by Marius, leaving the eventual whereabouts of the captains largely unknown. Thereafter, Chinese groups kept coming to Canada for multiple reasons and are still expanding. The Chinese community in Canada is highly concentrated in Ontario and British Columbia. In 2001, 82% of people who reported Chinese origin live in one of these two provinces. Ontario was home to 74%, while another 34% live in British Columbia. That year, there was over 500,000 people of Chinese origin living in Ontario, while another 374,000 resided in British Columbia. At the same time, there was a smaller Chinese community in another province, including almost 110,000 in Alberta and 63,000 in Quebec. The challenge that Chinese community are facing now are still discrimination and culture shocks with other groups, as the COVID-19 pandemic is still beating. Chinese communities are working hard to get rid of stigma and fighting against discrimination. Moreover, culture shock is a pretty distinct issue too. Chinese culture is still being marginalized in Canadian mainstream society. Canadians of Chinese origin, particularly the second generation and beyond, have more liberal parent beliefs, are raised with a more Western style upbringing and embrace more modern West and Canadian value and traditional such as environmental sustainability and strict worship of the earth, individualism, humanitarianism, equality, fairness, freedom, rule of law, commitment to social justice, and respecting cultural difference as well as respect for all individuals in society. In the end, I would like to talk about how they value in Canada. Chinese community is hardworking, smart and well educated and has earned themselves goodwill over the decades. More than a quarter of Canada adults of Chinese origin have a university degree. In 2001, 27% of Canadians of Chinese origin aged 15 and over had either a bachelor's or postgraduate degree, compared with 15% of overall population. They have made great contribution to Canada's economic and developing of the society. Their values and hard work are being more and more visible and appreciated in the media. That's all of my presentation today. Thank you for listening. See you next time.